How to start and prepare CSIR Life Science with limited topics? If that is the question that you are asking right now, then this video is just for you. Because in this video, I'm going to tell you how to prepare CSIR Life Science with limited topics, not studying every single topic. Okay, all right. Although it's not recommended, but still, with limited topics, you can still qualify CSIR examination. And I'll tell you why and how. See, in CSIR Life Science, the syllabus is huge, and the reason syllabus is huge is because there are multiple disciplines of life sciences from where the students come in, right? Students comes from zoology, from botany, physiology, biotechnology, microbiology, biochemistry, molecular biology, bee farm, and what not. For every single discipline student comes in, right, for the CSIR life science exam. That's why the syllabus has some topic for individual disciplines. So you may not master every single discipline. That's quite logical, that's quite okay. So you need to master only few units among all the 13 units. Okay. So even with the limited resources and topics, you can answer enough number of questions to get through the CSIR Life Science. Here is how. See, in CSIR Life Science, there are three sections: Part A, Part B, and Part C. Part A is general aptitude, Part B is memory-based direct 2 marks questions, and Part C are 4 marks analytical questions. Now in Part A, this is a totally separate game, so I'm not be talking about it. I'll be talking about subjective, that is Part B and C. In Part B, you need to answer 35 questions and there will be total 50 questions asked. So you can choose only 35 out of 50. And in Part C, there you need to answer 25 questions and there will be total 75 questions. So yes, 25 out of 75. So basically you can choose 1 out of every 3 questions from Part C. And Part C carries maximum weightage, that is 50% of the total marks of CSIR Life Science syllabus. So yes, in Part C, you can answer 25. If you can answer them correctly, you'll get 100, right? And the cutoff marks for CSIR Life Science supposed to be 120 for general category JRF, which is the maximum. So considering that fact, 60% means 120 marks, and if you can acquire 100 marks in Part C, then 20 marks you can easily get from Part B and Part A combined, isn't it? It would be easy for you. So that's why it's a trick that, from every single unit, there are 13 units, and consider there are 75 Part C questions. So approximately there will be 5 to 6 questions from every single unit on average. Although you will see in reality, there are some units where they ask only 3-4 questions. There will be some units where they ask 8-9 questions, even 10 questions sometimes. So that biasness is there, but keep it aside. The idea is approximately 6 to 7 questions. Okay, so 5-6 questions actually, 5 to 6 questions. So 5 to 6 questions approximately per unit. Now consider that you prepare only 8 out of 13 units. 8 out of 13 units. But you prepared those 8 units to the depth of knowledge needed to answer any question from those topics, from those units. So how many questions approximately you will get? 40 questions. 5 into 8, 40 questions. So among 40 questions, still you need to answer only 25 questions. Yes, true. So even you prepare 8 units, still you get plenty of options to choose in Part C. While in Part B, approximately how many questions? Again, think of it. 50 questions are there. So approximately 4 questions per unit, 3 to 4 questions per unit. So again, if you prepare 8 units, you will approximately get 32 questions. So among 30 to 32 questions, you need to answer only 25 questions. Okay, so again, only 35 questions, but you will get 30 to 32 questions from your topic. So let's imagine among those 30 questions, you can only answer 20 or even 15, you can score 30 to 40 marks. So consider this. Part C, you are getting 100, the options to answer 100 marks. In Part B, you are getting an option to answer 40 marks. So automatically you can answer 140 marks question. Okay, and if you consider Part A also, which I have separate video for, so you can answer 8 questions quite easily. You can see my video on that. So with this, you can answer 150 to 160 marks questions, even preparing 8 units. That's true. Preparing 8 units still will give you enough number of questions to answer to qualify the exam. Because consider, if you answer only 140 marks questions and you have plenty of negative markings, obviously you need to take count of the negative marking, and after the negative marking you can get 120 marks debited. still you'll get GRF in the general category. It is a possibility, right? It is a big possibility. So there is no doubt that with limited resources, you can still qualify CSIR NET Life Science examination quite easily. But all you need to do is select the units that you really love, select the units that you have real passion for, start preparing them without looking any other way, and prepare them A to Z. I mean every single detail of those units, be it a 7 unit, be it 8 units, every single topic from a good peer-reviewed book like Bruce Alvarez for cell biology, Gilbert for developmental biology, not notebooks, because the notebooks that we provide and any coaching institutes provide are good for revision, not building the basics. To build the basics, there is a whole channel, my channel, more than 3000 videos are out there for building your basics for CSIR and life science preparation or any other life science entrance examination preparation that you can think of. So utilize them, prepare your basics, and then revise from books like our blueprint book that you can get from our website, from us, if you join our coaching. So that's all about the preparation of CSIR and life science with limited topics. Hope this video helps you. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe to this channel to get more videos like this in future. Thank you. Bye.